Hello. Today we're going to talk about passive voice. Passive voice. Now, I know these teachers, these people, they invent these strange names for these very, very simple things. They have to have these names so that you can locate them, so you can study them, so you can find them. Okay, but don't be scared by these names they give everything. I know they're off-putting, but they're actually very simple. Very, very simple things to understand. To understand passive voice, first of all, you have to understand active voice. Okay? Active voice means somebody is doing something to somebody else, or somebody has done something to somebody else. It's the direction of the action. It's as simple as that. The active voice. So, Tom ate the cat. Pretty disgusting, but you might remember it if it's disgusting. So Tom ate the cat yesterday, in the past. Tom ate the cat. Okay, now imagine this was your cat. You wouldn't want to talk about Tom. So you use the passive voice. You want to talk about your cat. Your cat is the most important thing to you. You want to start your sentence with the cat. So you want to talk, you want to make your cat the subject of your sentence. That's passive voice. You don't give a hoot about Tom. He's the guy who ate your cat. Okay? So you use passive voice. Okay? And how do you say it? The cat, Fluffy, poor little Fluffy. Fluffy was eaten by Tom, your horrible neighbour. The cat was eaten by Tom. That's passive voice, because the action happened to your cat. Your cat was very passive. He didn't want to be eaten. Tom, that horrible person, Tom, ate your cat. So the cat was eaten by Tom. Do you get it? That's why we use passive voice. When you want the object of the action to be the most important thing you speak about. Now, there's some things you got to learn now. Very simple. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay? Look. Tom, he did the action. He's now going to become the object. He's not the subject anymore. He's the object of the action. The cat, who was the object of the killing, of the murder, of the assassination, is now the subject. The cat. Okay? And we have to add some words in. Was eaten by Tom. The cat was eaten by Tom. So we've still got the cat, we've still got Tom, and we've still got the verb to eat in there somewhere. And we have to add in to be and the word by. So the cat was eaten by Tom. Now this, look at this, ate, eaten. This is simple past. This is the past participle. You always, always, always use the past participle in passive voice. You always, always, always include the word to be, but you have to conjugate it. So if this is in the simple past, this is in the simple past. If this is the present perfect, this is the present perfect. If this is the past continuous or past progressive, this is the past progressive. This is always the past participle. It's as simple as that. Okay? Now the by bit, yes, if you know the person who did the action, like Tom, the miserable, rotten neighbour, yes, you name him. The cat was eaten by Tom, because we know who it was. Okay? We'll come to that in a second. Now, just to recap, every passive voice sentence must have to be conjugated, a past participle, and normally the word by. Okay? And normally the word by, when you know who did the horrible thing to your cat, or whatever. Okay? Simple. Da, 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 da. Look at that. Look. Got it? Right. Now, what you have to remember is active voice and passive voice are the same action. Same time, same place, just from a different point of view. It's the same thing. The same thing happened in exactly the same place. There's no other details. It's just where your emphasis is. Who do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the person it happened to. It's as simple as that. Okay, so like right now, you are watching me. But I'm much more important than you, so I want to talk about me. So I say, I am being watched by you. Got it? That's easy, isn't it? Now, strangely enough, you use passive voice all the time, but you don't realize it. For instance, this calculator, made in Japan. Made in Japan. Somebody made this calculator. It was made in Japan. But I didn't say by. Why? Because we don't know who. It was made in Japan by some Japanese people. But we don't know who they are, so we don't mention them. Okay? This pen, this marker, probably made in China. By who? I don't know. The house you live in, it was probably made in 1972 or 1946 or 1800. You don't know who, probably. So you just say, my house was made in 1936 by somebody I've never met. So you don't mention them, okay? Now, the conjugate, finally, we're getting there, we're getting there. Now this conjugating of the verb to be. For instance, big news today, Colombia have beaten Brazil 3-0. In Brazil, they're going to say, Brazil have been beaten by Colombia 3-0. You see, because Brazil is more important to them. Colombia is more important to Colombians. Brazil is more important to Brazilians. So you start with the one which is important to you. Now, the losing of the word by. Last night, thieves stole my car. I don't know who they are. If I knew who they were, I would send the police and get them. Okay, so you say, my car was stolen last night. By somebody. You don't know who. So my car was stolen. Boom. Well, that's about it. This video was made in Armenia, in Colombia. By me. You now know me. Okay, I hope that's explained passive voice to you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Oh! Yep, made in China. Say bye-bye, Roberto.